Well, hello there, everyone. It's Lori McGuire from RE/MAX McGuire team in Orange County, California. It is so strange. I thought I would put this little cap on because some of you may be waking up, but it has this weird music in the background, like trying to fall asleep. So it may make me try to fall asleep while I'm hiking. So I think I'm going to switch to a different one of these little costume things. I thought I would do something for fun, just to see what they're like. Okay, so let me see what other options I have here. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, well that's me. Okay, sunglasses. Well, the sun is starting to come out. These are instant sunglasses. Who wouldn't want that? Okay, so I'll switch around from one little costume to another because to me I'm having fun, and it's all about having fun in the morning to wake me up. So I promised I'm going to have a 7-day challenge with myself where I'm going to do these live videos, and they are going to be at least 7 days in a row at around this time, 6 in the morning, in beautiful Orange County, California. Look at that. Look at the mountains. See that in the background? And I'm a little out of breath because I'm hiking up a hill. You'll see that. And I feel so fortunate to be able to do this every day. I mean, my gosh, think about people, you out there who live back east in other parts of the world where it is really cold and you don't have this opportunity. You have to work out inside, but I have an amazing workout always here in sunny California. So also, if you're thinking about buying or selling, my real estate team can help you with that. But let me get to my topics for today. I'm going to get my breath back. It's all about the breath. Okay, I'm going to switch to another costume because I'm just having fun with this. Oh, I think I've done this one before. Oh my goodness. Bert, you'll remember the cat lady from way back when, but at least it gives me instant blush and everything since I don't put on makeup in the morning. I just put on lip gloss this morning. Okay, so there are a couple of things I wanted to talk about. One was real estate advice. Okay, my real estate advice is going to be very, very quick today. It's all about, you ask your realtor for tax advice. I've been in the real estate business for close to 30 years, and I remember sitting down with people 30 years ago, 20 years ago, with my HP 12C calculator and figuring out what their tax advantages were for buying instead of renting. And because I was, really wanting to show them the advantages of home ownership. Now we cannot do that. We have to, even if we give you good tax advice, it's actually against, at least with the California Association of Realtors, it's against our ethics. So we could get sued for that, even if we give you good tax advice. So I am always trying to help people, but as soon as they start asking me about 1031 exchanges, I want to help them out, but I just have to refer them to someone else. Okay, now it's time for a new costume. Let me figure out one that's kind of fun. Okay, well, I don't know what this one's going to be. That's me in general. Hello, everyone. It says The Voice. So I don't know if any of you have been watching The Voice on TV. I just watched a couple of them because I like Blake Shelton a lot. I like Kelly Clarkson. I like Adam Levine as well. But I like gosh, what's her name? And I have all her albums. But anyway, I love them all, and I just like the first round where they don't see the person. Oh, that's really neat. See, this is The Voice. But once they get past the first round of auditions where they get into their groups, I'm not really into it. So I just kind of stopped watching it after the second one. So this is the voice classes, and I hope you can still understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so I am really into reading books. I'm more into listening to books. Oh, do you see the voice thing? That's really cool. Okay, I'm more into listening to audible books than I am into reading books. So I listen to a lot of like inspirational books, leadership books. There was one that I wanted to promote, and it's called The Miracle Morning, and it's by Elrod. And let me get one where you can see my eyes at least. Let me see here. Okay, I wonder what this one is. Wow, okay, that's black and white. So at least you can still see everything in the background. And I had some notes for Elrod, but knowing me, I left them at home because it's early in the morning. But I do remember a couple of the notes that I wrote. So one of the things that I do is when I'm listening to audible books, and I could be doing it while I'm hiking, I might be doing it just like for the first 45 minutes or something. I listen to the audible books, and then I pause them, and then I go to my notebook in my iPhone, and then I dictate what I learned. So I'm always pausing, going back and forth, because then it also helps me to memorize what I learned. And so I have lots and lots and lots of notes in my little notebook in my iPhone. And you need to look up this book. So it's Elrod, and it's The Miracle Morning. It gives all these tips about how when he started waking up early, how it changed his life. And he really went through a lot of issues with financial issues back in like 2007, 2008, and he needed to change his life around. And by changing the way he started his mornings was everything. And let me change to a new face now. Okay, hopefully it won't be too gruesome or anything. Oh, this is going to be gruesome, I just know it. Okay, but anyway, okay, here we go. I don't even know what this is. It's something in back that's not working for me, so I'll do something else. Hi. Okay, so I'll do this one. Okay. Oh my gosh, it has weird noise in the background. How do I get my back? Okay, this is better. Okay, that's much cooler. I like that one. Okay. So I could tell you the same thing happened to me about a year ago. I was actually doing great a year ago, but I wanted to make a huge change in my production and just in my life. And this was, I think it's been over a year, about a year and a half now, but I was always waking up around 6:30, 7. I mean, I really didn't even use an alarm clock. But I just saw a little bunny rabbit. But as soon as I made the commitment to start waking up at 5 a.m. and exercising, jumping out, not really jumping out of bed. One time I jumped out of bed and I literally threw out my back. So I don't recommend that. So get out of bed gradually. That's what I do recommend. But it really changed the course of my days. And I felt really proud of myself. And I figure if I could just be really productive until 12 o'clock even, I mean, right there is 7 hours. So then what I generally do is I will take I usually try to meditate for about 35 minutes. So I try to take a break at around 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So it's sort of like a lunch hour that my team knows about. So I had to kind of switch our team meeting times because I had to go by my energy level. And I still work until the end of the day, but I had to take that midday break. So I'll meditate, or sometimes I will just literally fall asleep, and I put a timer on for 35 minutes. because I don't want to go beyond 35 minutes in regards to taking that nap, because I want to wake up feeling refreshed rather than feeling like I slept and then I'm groggy. I'm telling you, it works every time. My team will see me just before 12 o'clock and they will see that I look really exhausted. Like, oh my gosh, it's time for Lori to go get her break. And then right after that, they wow, she's a new woman again. So it really does work. So when you hear about these high-powered people who meditate and they go off and they take naps or something, it's so true. And then you could go on and on and on. Hi ladies, how are you? Do you want to go on Facebook Live? Yeah, so anyway, maybe I'll have people join me on Facebook Live. I would love to interview a couple of you guys, see what you're doing to help you get up in the morning, because obviously you're up in the morning if you're doing this right now. So, and I will get, in fact, I'll do it right now. I'll go back to normal. Yay, I want to see who's on. Oh, Brianna. Hey, Brianna. Nice to see you, girl. Steele would love to have you come back and join our awesome team. We all miss you. Danielle, we had a great time celebrating your birthday yesterday. Those cupcakes were enormous, weren't they? So getting back to our subject with Cal Elrod. So a couple things, I don't have my notes with me. I thought, well, maybe on my hikes I'll start bring some notes with me, because everything's off memory when I'm hiking. But I do remember some things what the book said. Did you know that over 95% of the people that read books never implement the things that are in those books? Obviously, this is nonfiction. And yeah, so that really got me going, where I thought, okay, I really need to stop when I'm listening to something really good, just record it in my iPhone, because I'm usually out and about when I'm listening to Audible books. And also, when you're listening to something, pretend, this is from another speaker, I think I got this from Brian Tracy, really famous speaker, obviously. He recommended that when you're listening to something or you go to a seminar, that pretend that you're going to give a class on that subject to someone else. So then it will make you take extra special and good notes. And I have a really good runner coming up beside me. See? And I'm going to say hi to them. Good job. I bet they just love being on Facebook Live. I don't think they know that they're on Facebook Live. They just think I'm a crazy person who's really into looking at themselves on the camera. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to switch back here. I'm going to show you how gorgeous it is. Okay, so I'm going to pause because I hope you can see how beautiful it is. There we go. There's some mountains. That is a hill right there. Juno has a different sweater today. I'm going to tell you a funny story that happened yesterday. Let me switch back. Okay, so yesterday I was hiking. If you saw yesterday's little episode, I was hiking yesterday. Right before I went on Facebook Live, my mom called me and she said, Lori, I'm hearing this weird sound at my house and I just don't know what it is. So I said, okay, Mom, I'm going to hike to your home. And she's like, you're going to hike to my home? And I said, yeah, I'm on a hiking trail right now. I'm going to hike to your home. So then I continued. I did the Facebook Live video. I didn't check my text messages or anything. I just went straight to her home. And when I got to her home, well, actually, when I was on the way to her home, I looked down and I noticed that Juno's sweater had fallen off. And it was pretty cold. So I went, oh my gosh, I better hurry up and just boot to my mom's house right away, because I don't want my dog to get cold. And I'll just find her other red sweater that she was wearing yesterday along the trail later on. I'll be able to charge my phone at my mom's house, then I'll be able to hike back, because my iPhone was down to I think it was 10% battery, because these Facebook Live videos take up a lot of juice. So got to my mom's house. She doesn't answer the phone or the door. And so I looked down at my text messages and she says, oh, the sound stopped, so I'm going back to bed. So I'm like, oh, great. So I'm at her house. She's not answering. I don't have a key to her house because I have one at home, but I was out hiking. So I thought, okay, well, I still have a little bit of battery left in my iPhone, so I'm going to call Uber. So I called Uber, and Uber, it was like $6.88 that I confirmed that they were going to get. They were going to pick me up, got the economy class, and they picked me up like 10 minutes later. But there's a reason for this story, I promise. All right, drove me back to my place, my home. Okay, you know how you get a receipt later on so you can give a tip? Well, this is the second time this has happened. I don't know if it's happened to any of you. My receipt showed $55 I owed Uber. And, I'm trying not to let little things like that, because, I don't want to major in minor things, because this is a minor thing. It could be disputed. But this is the second time this has happened with Uber. The first time was about a week ago. It was a $3 extra charge. And what's really funny is I was telling the driver yesterday about that, oh my gosh, I just don't know what happened. I was charged $3 more, and I'm still trying to figure out, it's a $3 dispute. It was like really crazy. But I always want to tip the driver, but then if I tip the driver on top, then, it's like $5 more or whatever. So, and then what's really ironic, after I told this driver, it's $50 more. So I'm emailing Uber back and forth, and then they corrected it to give me a credit of $20. So they said, they showed, instead of me going, I don't even know what city they showed that I was going to, maybe Los Angeles, they said I was going to Ladera Ranch. And for you that aren't from this area, Ladera Ranch is really far from Laguna Niguel. I said, no, I wasn't going to Ladera Ranch. Here's a copy of my receipt. It showed $6.88. I was going from Laguna Niguel to Laguna Niguel. So anyway, to make a long story short, I'm still figuring it out. In the meantime, I've never used Lyft. So if any of you have used Lyft, please tell me what you like about Lyft, if it's a good one. So I'm just a little bit frustrated right now, and I'm sure it's a glitch in their system. And I don't think we're supposed to be talking about companies on Facebook Live, but this is the second time it's happened, so I think I deserve to talk about it. Okay, so getting back to the miracle morning. Another thing, did you know that we humans have 40 to 60,000 thoughts per day going through our heads day after day? 95% of them are repeated daily. Only 5% are new thoughts daily that we introduce. So no wonder a lot of people are stuck in a rut. And the way to change that is by doing daily affirmations, by listening to podcasts, by surrounding yourself with positive people, or people in where you want to learn and grow from. And they say you're an average of the 5 people you hang around. And it's really true. Ask yourself, are you hanging around people who are negative? Are you hanging around Bert? Hey Bert, I don't know if you caught me with the cat stuff on, but I did that purposely for you in the morning, so you may have missed that. But anyway, so you have to ask yourself, okay, so you may have family members that you need to be around, but perhaps you can, filter out a little bit of their negativity. And I'm not saying anything about my family members. I have great family members, but you just never know. Think about the 5 people you spend the most time with, and who is really being a great influence in your life, and who would you like to get to know better? Who can you maybe call to say, hey, I would really like to get to know you. Would you like to go for coffee with me? Would you like to do something? And a lot of times they might be really busy, but maybe you could share something in common with them. So I think that's really interesting. I've heard that many times before. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Okay, I have to make a pit stop because my dog is doing her duty, but I'm keeping the phone up here. It'll give me a time to really talk to you. And then other things, I've mentioned this before, about hitting your snooze button. If you hit your snooze button, that really starts out your day the wrong way. So, Deborah, thank you for joining. And so okay, let me tell you some of my tips for waking up early. And this is what I've done for the last year and a half. Because I know it's so hard. I mean, but once you make it a habit, it's easy. So I started out with just setting my alarm clock on the other side of the bedroom. I actually put it in the bathroom. But I have an alarm clock on my iPhone, and I put music I really like. So it's like Jennifer Lopez, it's back in the heyday where it's, like disco or something, so it really gets me pumped up. Okay, now I'm gonna pick up after my dog so you can see the beautiful nature in the meantime. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I did that without you seeing, see? Didn't want to gross anyone out. Okay, and then what I do is I have my workout clothes laid out ahead the night before. And then what's really important, studies show that if you brush your teeth first thing in the morning, the peppermint, the ingredients inside the toothpaste stimulate your brain so that it wakes you up. I thought that was very interesting. Obviously, splashing cold water on your face stimulates your brain. If you need to jump in the shower and put cold water on you, that will stimulate you to get out. So there's a lot of things. Okay, what really gets me going, I look forward to my morning coffee, and I know I'm going to get that downstairs. So I have all these little things, but now it's a habit. So it's not an issue, and I look forward to my mornings. I mean, for a while there, I started waking up at 4:30 because I thought, oh, well, if 5 o'clock's good, I'm going to start waking up at 4:30. I just have that kind of personality where if one thing is good, then I'm going to do it even better. But then I found 4:30 because I was going to 5 o'clock exercise classes. I thought maybe that's a little too excessive. So I have to kind of rein it in sometimes with myself. And so 5 o'clock is really good. I'm committed to that. Once in a while, I'll wake up at 4:30 if maybe, that's really important to me. I'm going to the airport or something. But there's other things. Good morning. And I feel like the first 3 hours of my day, I get more accomplished. Okay, this is after exercising, of course. But I could sit down and map out my day. I usually try to map it out the night before as much as I can. Bye. Because then at least I could go full speed ahead in the morning. So I work with my daytimer system, but we also use a program at the office called Wunderlist. I haven't been as consistent with that lately, but my ladies at the office are really good at that. So we put our to-dos in and all that, and isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Sun is coming up. Well, the sun was already up, but it's really coming up now. And another thing with that book, what Hal was saying in The Miracle Morning, is how you start your day is how you end your day. So if you can read something positive or think affirmations before you go to bed, you can start your day out that way. Now, I have a habit when I go to sleep, I fall asleep with a book timer. So I listen to like a fiction book and I put on a timer for like 30 minutes. I'm usually out within 15 minutes. But I noticed that lately the book I'm listening to, that's my fiction book, is a murder mystery. So that's probably not the greatest thing. But another really good thing is, and I've heard this from Ty Lopez. He has a podcast, and I've read a couple of his stuff. He's out there. I'm crazy about podcasts and stuff. But autobiographies are really good to read at night, or to, if you're like me, listen at night, because you can still fall asleep to them. And whereas with nonfiction, your mind is being stimulated. So believe me, I've tried it. I can't fall asleep because I'm always thinking, oh, that's a great idea. Oh, that's a great idea. So I'll never fall asleep. So anyway, I'm just trying to think. There are so many great things in this book. And that was only like 2 chapters. And what I'll do is on my morning walks, I know I sound like I'm out of breath because I just walked up a hill. So that's a hiker's prerogative, is to be out of breath when they're hiking up hills. I'll join you tomorrow. And I hope you join me around the same time. And if there's, I think there's a subscribe button or something so you can be notified when I'm doing these. Please give me your feedback. And if I read tons of books, so if there's any kind of books that you want me to go over, I'll be happy to, because I write tons of notes on books. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, Lori McGuire and the McGuire team for your real estate needs in Orange County, California. Thanks again. Bye, everyone.